Hello, human peoples. You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. To support us and gain access to great exclusive podcasts like Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, and our latest show, Spiel Boys, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We do game streaming, movie nights with our patrons every Friday night, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want. Literally anything, within reason, and we have to do it. You are quite frankly out of excuses not to go visit patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Podcast begin.
Podcast engage. It's raining really, really hard here, so I had to go downstairs and just cram a bunch of garage door weather stripping into cracks in the wall of my home where water always leaks in.
You should.
So that's cool.
I don't know what you should do.
I'm not sure
about that.
Yeah,
have a better wall. Get a better wall.
I know. Yeah, it's a bad wall. It's not a good wall.
Get a better one.
Mm-mm.
Or harness the power of the water somehow.
Yeah, it's like the. It's an under stairs wall. So it's genuinely the wall from Amityville Horror. I feel like if I rip open that drywall, I think I'm gonna see a well.
Yeah.
Where witches died or whatever happened to that.
Or black mold. Frankly, the well would be...
It's probably black mold.
Yeah, the well would be better than that.
Honestly, yeah, the well would be better for my health.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Hypecast.
Hypecast.
Sure, we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm your other co-host, David Bell. What was that? What was that, Jason?
I didn't know at what point the show had started.
Oh, yeah.
Neither did I.
Show's always happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's always the show, baby.
Up here it is. Jason, welcome. How are you? Who are you? Introduce. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, I am award-winning author and social media influencer Jason Pargin.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Jason.
We were actually talking about this before we were on, or maybe it was part of the show. I don't know. We actually just passed the 3-year anniversary of me turning on a camera and deciding I had to become a video person for the first time in my entire life. That was in late August, early September 2022 when I did that. Thinking it would be an experiment. I now have 1.4 million followers across the various video platforms, and has taken over my life.
What are you doing to celebrate?
You're a video influencer. Are you going to do a Mr. Beast? Are you going to tie a bunch of people up?
You should do a Mr. Beast, yeah.
Yeah, you should start doing Mr. Beast stuff, like contests and stuff.
I guess.
Yeah.
It seems like so much effort. My videos are just me speaking in front of a green screen because I literally don't. And to be clear, I do not own a green screen. I've not even put in that level of effort. It's TikTok's built-in app. They have a very sloppily applied green screen effect you can turn on because I don't even want to have to arrange something behind me for the video. And I just talk into it about a thing for a little bit.
I think it actually it enhances them, actually. It adds to the video.
Yeah, so yeah, and then I see people put in actual effort where they've got cooking channels or they're building something or they're giving away wells in Africa, whatever Mr. Beast does. I actually don't follow his career all that closely. I know that he's the most famous man in the world
Yeah.
But when I watch him, it's not totally clear why. I don't mean that as a criticism. I'm sure he's 100% on the level.
Yeah. No, nothing bad about
there's
Mr.
probably nothing
Beast.
shady about Mr. Beast. Basically, he's like, he does jigsaw games and then gives people chocolate.
Yeah, imagine the devil came to Earth. Like, stay tuned. That's the vibe I get. That's the vibe I get from Mr. Beast. I also haven't watched a single
Jeffrey
Mr. Beast
Jones
video.
from Stay Tuned.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of Mr. Beast videos. So we did a video on him at Ranker, so I had to.
Oh, okay.
Are they good?
They're.
Yeah.
They're not for me.
Is it clear why he's the most famous man in the world?
Yeah, I get it. Like I suppose
Okay.
it feels too much like bum fights to me.
Mhm.
Seriously,
Yeah,
where he's
he
just
got-
like, here's
he
$1
has
million
that,
to do some dumb fuck thing for my YouTube channel. I'll make 100 times that, but
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't know. He seems fine. Whatever.
Well, all right. Welcome, Jason. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here to talk about movies. We have so many
There are
goddamn trailers
so many
to talk
movies.
about.
Oh, do you think we could get Mr. Beast on? Jason, do you know Mr. Beast? Could you get him? Is there like an influencer channel that you guys all communicate on?
A Slack?
An influencer
Is there a Slack?
Yeah.
I don't want Mr. Beast. I'd be too scared. He'd be like trapping us in some
Right.
way.
He'd give me $1 million to do some dumb shit thing, and I would not be able to say no.
No, of course not.
Absolutely.
What's the list of things you wouldn't do for $1 million? It's nothing. It's like nothing.
If you're not on social media, there's a scandal where some left-leaning TikTok accounts and Reels accounts that they were secretly getting paid by a group called Chorus something. It was like some sort of a political action committee. Something. They're getting paid $8,000 a month to make videos, but they weren't to disclose it, and they were just getting paid if they were already making videos that were like anti-Trump or whatever. And so it's kind of a scandal because they weren't disclosing that they were getting paid $8,000 a month. And a lot of people were like, well, would you do videos about politics for $8,000 a month? And I would become a communist for $8,000. Like I would tell me the position you want me to take. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll do a video against me.
Yeah, I will sell that soul
For $8,000 a month. I will
sign a stack of papers that will damn me in international court for $8,000 a month.
Well, how many months? I would want to be clear. Like if it's for a while, then yes. If it's just 1 month, I'd still probably do a little of that.
I think
too,
3.
If I'm being honest,
Like 3.
3 months. Yeah.
It has to be at least 3. I want to get a summer.
All right, let's sign up for the chorus.
Yeah.
Let's get this chorus money.
I'm happy to be a patsy.
No. You know what we have instead? We don't need chorus money because, beautiful segue, we have wonderful producers of this show.
That's right, we do.
Yeah, there are chorus.
It's better than any dark money political action group.
Yeah, this is our dark money.
This is our dark money.
If you are Halliburton, if you want to be on this list, you can. We'll list you. We'll say Halliburton. Is Halliburton still around? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Lockheed Martin is one of these. We're not telling you which one, but
So, big thank you to the following producers. Big thank you to at Nerd Numbers was glad to talk wrestling with Dave and Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Zero Charisma.
Thank you.
Thank you to One If by Stink, Two If by Pink, a Paul Revere interactive porn experience.
Sure.
Beautiful. Thank you to 2001, to Space McNulty Odyssey.
Thank
Is there
you.
not a character limit on these names?
There is. There
is now.
Oh yeah, there is. Thank you to Aaron Burser.
Thank you.
Thank you to AJ.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew Howe Presents. Andrew and Andrew watch Twin Peaks.
Thank you.
Thank you to Andrew McGuire and Andrew Howe are Twin Peaking.
I told
Thank you.
you guys are the Twin Peaks. Thank you to Asking Seven.
Thank you.
Thank you to Ballet Karate Hulk.
Thank you.
Thank you to BLT22 EWHVIS-B.
Thank you.
Thank you to Bootler Bootless.
Thank you.
Thank you to Brian, who Tom knows.
Thank you.
Thank you to Brockway Loves the Meat Millie.
Thank you.
Thank you to Burrito, the skankiest slut in town.
Thank you.
And thank you to By Jason Pargin's highly controversial new book, I'm Starting to Worry About This Black Box of Doom, out now.
Thank you. Weirdly, that's
Lockheed,
Martin.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that
Big
you
fans.
and I, we decided on the same joke.
Oh, yeah, we do. All right. We got trailers. Starting with 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
I didn't
Bone Temple.
realize this was going to come out so quickly after the first one.
Yeah, well, it's Nia DaCosta.
I saw that.
Yeah.
The Candyman remake director.
Yeah.
And which Marvel did she do? The Marvels?
The Marvels, I think. I don't know.
Anyway, never mind.
The Bone Temple is what I called my dorm.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I called too many things the Bone Temple, so they had to have meetings about it.
Yeah. In the Bone Temple, which was just the common space.
Yeah.
What you are seeing on this list, by the way, this is not going to be our last example of a director who made something cool, got sucked into the Marvel machine, and then got released from the Marvel machine to make movies again.
Because I loved Candyman.
Candyman was so good.
Yeah, Nia DaCosta, she strikes me as one of those directors where I'm like, we're going to see her for a while. She's going to be around for a while. And then she did the Marvels, and I'm like, oh, please, please.
Yeah.
And this is great.
Most of the time, these people, at least in the last 20 years, when they've gotten sucked into the, okay, you're now a video game, like you've been rewarded for making your cool independent thing that put your own voice. Now your reward is you'll get a huge paycheck to make something where your voice will not matter at all. It will look exactly like every other film in the franchise. But you will get a huge paycheck, and this is what you're doing from now on. You are now a comic book film director. The guy that makes the Spider-Man movies made a wonderful thriller called Cop Car. Fantastic movie. And when you watch the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, they're fine. There's no evidence that it's the same guy that made Cop Car.
Right.
It's like,
because
no fingerprints. I mean, like we were saying, I would sell out immediately. I don't need to.
I'm not blaming them at all. It is the game that this is the stuff that pays. That you are seeing now. There's a couple examples on here where they got sucked in the movie because these days that's happening more and more. These movies are not making their budget back.
That's true.
And then you get ejected from the Marvel system. And yeah, I know you miss out on the paycheck, but you get to make like something actually cool, like the 28 years later sequel.
I can see them being like the Marvel being like, "Would you like a big house?" And they're like, "Yes, I'll do this one." And then if it's successful, Marvel's like, "Oh, I hear you're going off to do this other thing, but would you like a second big house?" And they're like, "Yeah, I would.
You like
okay,
more houses."
Yeah, like I get it, but
how many houses?
This is a good compromise because I really liked that last 28 years later.
I wrote this in the notes, but honestly, like I was sort of surprised to hear that it was like going to be a trilogy because in my mind, you could have just left it at that first one. Like that first one really hit me and had like such a profound thing to say about death in this weird zombie movie. And I'm not even a fan of the series. Like I don't particularly like 28 Days Later. Mm-hmm. But 28 Years Later was rad. And this looks rad as shit. I don't know. It's Alex Garland's still writing this. I guess he wrote all three of them.
Nice.
This is way more Ralph Fiennes.
Having not seen the previous 28 Years Later, could this have been released as just an original zombie thing and not part of the 28 blank franchise?
I think
honestly, yeah.
Yes and no.
Yes and no, because it's specifically the virus from 28 Years Later, but it's indistinguishable from zombies at this point. So
I'm starting to wonder if this was originally like a streaming series because like I think about how like most TV shows will have those like tangential like now here's this character's story, you know, where it's following multiple stories and stuff like that. That's what this feels like. Without spoiling the last movie, Ralph Fiennes isn't like a huge character in that. He clearly is like the guy in this.
Yeah, we don't see him until like almost Act 3 in the first one.
So it just gives me that vibe of like I could have seen this as a TV series where they're like The Walking Dead, where they're like, and now here's this person. Now we'll go to this person.
And the guy dressed as Jimmy Savile is like a very small character, but he seems to be the villain in this one.
Yeah.
Big year for that guy. I mean, he's the vampire from Sinners.
Oh yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, Jason, I highly recommend that last one. Whether, like Tom said, whether or not you're a huge fan of the others, it's sort of its own thing where it's just kind of we've gotten to that meta zombie, right? Where you can't just make a zombie movie. And it's very much like not just a zombie movie in a way that where the meta zombie is even played out, right? Where it's like it's a zombie movie but a comedy, and it's like, yeah, we've done those too.
Shaun of the Dead was 21 years ago.
Yeah, and this is just, I don't know. This is more like Train to Busan, I guess, if that makes sense. Where Train to Busan was kind of more of like a sorrowful film that also had zombies.
But it also whips ass.
It does whip ass.
Train to Busan whips ass.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 28 years later whips ass.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, where it's like, it's still kind of, it's like death is sad. And the zombie movie, you're surrounded by death.
Consequential for sure in Train to Busan, but that's
any
another
other
guy that
thoughts
was
on this?
taken up by the Marvel machine.
Was he?
Yeah, he's in Eternals.
Oh, yeah.
He's,
he was.
Gilgamesh? I forget what his name was.
I think it's Gilgamesh. I watched that recently.
Holy cow, Dave.
Yeah. We'll talk about Eternals later, a little later.
Yeah.
But we have any other thoughts on this one?
It looks more intense than the last one.
Yeah. It looks more traditional zombie.
Yeah. It looks way more intense.
But honestly, so did the trailers for the other one. They're doing old-timey soundtrack again for this trailer.
This is a pretty good trailer too. But that first one, the 28 Years trailer, is
an all-time trailer.
That is a really good trailer. Yeah,
that poem that they're reading, the old-timey poem, is that Rudyard Kipling poem? It's I
think so. I don't actually know.
Look at you guys knowing books.
I don't even think I said his name right. I know that it's an old timey poem. It's like a World War I era poem.
Rudyard Kipling.
Yeah. Haunting at the time, haunting in that trailer. I'm sure Kipling would be honored that we put his poem over a zombie movie trailer, but
I think he might have been.
He might have been.
This is a tangent, but have you seen that the Sphere is playing Wizard of Oz, and it's like this big spectacle, and it kind of feels like you're digging up a corpse and puppeting it around. But I was thinking about the people who made the Wizard of Oz. If you showed them that, they'd probably think it's cool, right? They'd be like, I don't know what I'm seeing. My fucking brain is exploding, but cool, thanks,
Hey, the people made movies back in 1920 or whatever year Wizard of Oz came out. They were exactly as coked up and cynical as they had gambling debts they were trying to pay. They absolutely were like, oh yeah, the kids love dwarves.
Right.
Dwarfs are huge right now. You put a person that's like the wrong size, kids love it. They get a monkey in there. Stuff with monkeys. Monkey stuff is huge right now. Like, I don't know if it wasn't cocaine, it was something worse. And
you could just buy cocaine at the store back then. So
So they went for the harder stuff that you probably doesn't even exist anymore. So no, if they would ask how much of a cut they're getting, no, they would ask, like, can I buy another house with the cut of the Sphere money? They would not care. They would be doing video game adaptations. There was no like pure era of Hollywood when
I would make Francis Ford Coppola would have made the Dead or Alive volleyball game if you gave him enough money.
God, yeah. And I would watch that.
I just looked this up. This is interesting. It's the poem Boots by Rudyard Kipling. The recording they use is a specific one from 1915, recorded by an actor named Taylor Holmes, who ironically was a silent film actor. But he did some spoken word stuff, and this was one of his more famous recordings, was the spoken word version of this poem.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
1915. So over 100 years old, that recording. used in the
Goddamn.
trailer.
And back then, if like an actor started speaking, people just started screaming. Like,
Yeah.
What? Why can I hear the things he's saying?
Can you imagine
Witchcraft!
unleashing that poem specifically?
They're pulling out their 6 guns and shooting the screen. The devil, we should not be able to hear what the actors are saying.
All right, we're only at trailer 1.
Trailer
so
number
I'm going to
1.
get to trailer 2.
We should probably move on.
Return
Yeah, we're half
to
an hour
Silent
into
Hill.
this recording.
Yep. Return to Silent Hill.
Hot take, this looks good. Hotter
Well,
take, the first
it's-
one is good.
I was about to say, Christoph Gans is the one returning to Silent Hill for this. He's the director of the first one, which has a surprising amount of practical effects. Go watch the behind the scenes. I think he did Brotherhood of the Wolf,
He sure
which is
did.
also very good. He did Beauty and the Beast, which maybe is good. There's no way to know. There's no way to
it's
know if
impossible
that's
to
a good
tell.
movie.
It's Vincent Cassel. Who can say?
He
Wh-
did that one.
When did the
yeah.
first Silent Hill film come out?
Like
I wanna say 2007.
2005.
You're probably more right. I'm going to look it up.
So it's possible there's somebody listening to this that wasn't born
Yeah,
Oh,
split the
100%.
when that
difference.
movie came out.
It's 2006.
2006. I was going to say 6 first, but I chickened out.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that one. It's got fucking Alice Krieg in it.
Yeah, it does.
Being a real Alice Krieg
Being
type.
a real Alice Krieg character. It's got
Yeah, I
Kim
mean-
Coates in the rare not a bad guy role.
Yeah.
That and
I-
Battlefield Earth. It's the only time Kim Coates is a good guy.
The sequel had Sean Bean still in it. He
It
stuck
did.
around.
Sean Bean and Jon Snow. So it was like a weird Game of
Yeah.
Thrones like side hustle.
I
And
have
Carrie Ann
nothing-
Moss was the bad guy.
Yeah, see, I have
one's
no
not
I have
very
no Yeah, but there's nothing at stake here for me where I'm like I think the first one's good.
Yeah, I like the first one as like a bleak piece of horrific art.
Yeah.
And as long as it's the same director, the effects don't look terribly great, but not like bad in a way that I care. The digital effects.
Clearly didn't get as much of a budget, it
No,
feels
there's
like.
a lot of like green screens and stuff, but it looks like fine. You know, it's like kind of like the CG in RRR. It's like, it's fine.
The first one I think was right in the like, oh yeah, we're doing this. Like this is gonna be a
that was
hit.
like some money. Let's throw $25 million at a Silent Hill movie.
Yeah.
Because it's 2006 and we still did that.
Man, his filmography as a director is Brotherhood of the Wolf, Silent Hill, Beauty and the Beast. He has done very little else.
What a
He is-
fascinating artist.
yeah. He only comes out for certain things, so I'm like, okay,
He's like a groundhog.
yeah.
But what do people do? I've probably even asked this on the show before. These guys who make one movie every 12 years, in between that, are they doing commercials? Or like,
They're
how are they
just-
paying the bills?
They're bagging groceries.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just do other things.
I remember
Temping.
you asked that about Vincent Gallo. Like, how the hell is he still making money?
Yeah.
Like,
I
he hasn't
don't know.
made anything in 20 years. I don't know. It can't be all residuals.
No.
Because you
'Cause-
couldn't even find Brotherhood of the Wolf for a while, and
Right, and
that's 33% of his residuals.
And it's not like being an actor. Like someone in Star Trek goes to like conventions
Oh,
and shit. You
well,
make your
yeah,
extra
yeah.
money
Also,
by
you're at
showing up at
syndication in
cons.
Star Trek.
Yeah, but like a director, it's like no one's lining up to meet the director of Silent Hill. I mean, I guess some people might be, but like,
Maybe it
It-
is just commercials. You just work a job because you're working a job. I don't know.
there are. Yeah, I do. Talking to people I know who are career directors, it is like commercials. It's videos for things that no one sees, right? Like corporations have
Oh, sure.
videos
yeah.
and stuff. This guy I don't know because he has nothing credited.
I'm just imagining
than-
this guy filming like one of those training videos you have to watch.
Right. It's just the most haunting training video ever. Yeah, I don't know.
Boy, this smash burger looks really grim.
All right. Should we talk about Beast of War?
Yes.
What a bad title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad title.
It's a shark movie.
It's
That
a
should have
shark
been the
movie.
title.
Yeah. It's a USS Indianapolis do-over. Like, it's not literally the USS Indianapolis, but that Nicolas Cage movie, they could make another one for that. They could say, okay, we didn't do it.
That was a weird one.
This is the director of Sting, the giant spider movie that looked good that I still haven't seen.
The whistling one.
Yeah.
We watched
Whistler.
Itsy Bitsy. We watched the other big spider movie.
Yes, we did. They also did something called the Wormwood movies, which there's a bunch of those I've never seen. It's all to say this is a fairly established director who's done a lot of horror making. Yeah, shark in the water, a bunch of people. The fucking
their boat has sunk.
ship.
It's 1942, I think.
Everything's bad for them.
It's Quint's Indianapolis story. They even do the bosun's mate who's bobbing up and down like a kind of top.
Yeah.
Thought he reached out, wake him up, thought he was sleeping. He'd have been half below the waist.
There's a good shot where they show like just under the water for a second. You can see the shark coming up.
That's a good shot, yeah.
Yeah, that gave me hope. That made me go like, oh.
I genuinely recoiled once or twice watching this, so that's not a bad sign. Bad title. Shark Night 3D would have been better.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what you're getting with Shark Night 3D.
Mm-hmm. Shark Raft, could you call it that? Because they're all on a raft.
They are on a raft.
It looks like Lifeboat with a shark.
Yeah.
Lifeboat if the Nazi was a shark.
Yeah. And, well, the shark could be a Nazi here. We don't know. We don't know its beliefs.
It's so funny because, there's one great shark film. Some would argue there's two. And the thing is, if you watch Jaws, you would think, well, that's like a can't miss formula. Like, of course it was a huge hit. Sharks are terrifying and they're, inherently they're under the water, so you can't see them. It's all this stuff. Turns out really hard to make a good shark movie. And in fact, that movie was made by accident. That wasn't the movie they were trying to make. They wanted a big mechanical shark that was constantly launching itself at people. And it's like, nah, it doesn't work. It looks stupid. We have to cut around. We can't use any of the stuff we shot of the shark. We're going to have to rely on suspense or something. So just film a bunch of reactions. Just film a bunch of facial expressions of people on the beach. I don't know. What else? What are we going to do? The movie's going to be too short otherwise. We can't use any of the stuff. The mechanical shark was so garbage. We can't use any of that. It's a disaster.
I do wish we could see that version of Jaws.
Yeah.
Where it's just blasting out of the water like a torpedo. We couldn't even get Killer Animal right after. They tried.
There are movies where that happens, right? They barely have enough for the creature and they just film reactions. And those movies suck most of the time. I've complained about movies where I'm like, oh, they can't film anything. So it's just people going like, oh my God.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder what the difference there is.
Yeah.
Probably Spielberg.
Yeah. Well, and Jaws, it's like Jurassic Park, right? Where he did it and then everybody was like, oh, I guess we're done with, Jurassic Park, they're very much not done with it. But in terms of a good movie where they're like, he did it all. He did all the dinosaur things.
Right. He did the one where nobody else is going to attempt a dinosaur movie ever again.
That's kind of it for Jaws, where it's like, all right, he did this, he did this, he did this. That's kind of it for sharks of what makes them scary.
Yeah.
I guess we could make them super smart for some reason. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
And I went up. And it was.
I like The Shallows is a good idea.
I like The Shallows, yeah.
There's been some decent movies, but in terms of everybody's flocking to the theater to see and getting nominated for awards and stuff as Jaws was. And you know what? Also, probably John Williams.
Yes.
Probably a big difference.
Yeah.
It's when he played that Jaws theme, Steven Spielberg thought it was a prank.
Thought he was kidding.
No.
It's also just such a simple equation. I don't know. It's like Cube, where you watch Cube and it's like, that's it for Cube, those types of movies.
We've done it. We did the Cube.
People make other types of these movies, but generally it's such a simple equation of even the good ones. Again, where we mentioned The Shallows. Let's pretend this is a good one. We don't know yet. Deep Blue Sea. It's like it's all around the same thing, right? Which is like, boy, wish we could get out of this water. Like that's it. That's all you can do in a shark movie. You're either in the water or you're not. And when you're not in the water, the shark's not there. Unless it's a sand shark. Is that one? There's a few. Ghost Shark revolutionized the shark industry. Yeah. But yeah,
you're kind of in the shark's house.
Haunting.
Yeah.
Like you're the home invader in that scenario. You're haunting the shark. It's
right.
just
like
trying to eat. He thinks you're a seal. It's not a monster. It's just.
It's like if you're sitting here trying to work and then you hear what sounds like 2 hamburgers playing in the hallway.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a human attack. Like, no, you're in my house.
Get out of the ocean. Seriously, if you don't want to have this problem.
Yeah.
It's so easy not to be
I have to be here. I have to be in the ocean. I don't have the option of leaving.
I'm not in your house.
Yeah. All right. Next trailer. Play Dirty. Shane Black's Play Dirty.
Made
starring,
for Amazon.
Who's in this?
Mark Wahlberg, but the rest of the cast is pretty nice.
Lakeith Stanfield is the other one.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because it's Mark Wahlberg. We all know what he is. But I will say, I'm like, oh, he does work for Shane Black. Like he as an actor. Lakeith Stanfield though is a perfect Shane Black actor.
Yeah,
too.
He's a great Shane Black.
I'm seeing that Keegan
sure.
Michael Key's in this. I'm seeing that Thomas Jane, of course, is in this. Tony Shalhoub, you see him in the trailer as the bad guy.
He's one of the villains, yeah.
The whole trailer, I was like 10 step waiting for Mel Gibson to show up as a...
Yeah.
It's like, oh, don't make me...
suddenly becomes a faith-based
Don't
movie.
make me make that choice.
Yeah.
Like, I get that Mark Wahlberg is 1 degree of separation away from, I don't know, but I don't know.
Everybody, we seem to have, like, the film industry has decided, like, we'll keep him. Like, yeah, he's done some hate crime stuff, but
he did a hate crime where he blinded a guy, but
we'll put him in movies. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's weird. This is the writer of Payback. Speaking of Mel Gibson, and of course, the Shane Black as well.
I thought
and the writer
so, because they call him Parker in the trailer.
Yep, and the writer of the new Roadhouse. Also, it's 3 writers.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, this is based on one of those novels from Stark. What's that author's name?
Starkweather?
There's Shark Mondry.
I don't know. I've never actually read any of these books.
Donald E. Westlake, I think, is the guy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's based off his novel.
He writes as, I think he's got a pseudonym. It doesn't matter. Or there's a character he uses. Either way, it's
Richard Stark.
Richard Stark.
There
it is.
Richard
Stark book. So anyway, yeah, it looks great. In 1991, this would have been like a top 5 movie at the box office. This of like big action car chase, quippy, like Beverly Hills Cop kind of movie. Once upon a time, this would have been an event. This gets dumped directly to Prime, which is just the model now. I get things have changed, but once upon a time, this would have been a huge deal.
Yeah. I mean, Shane Black, I think The Long Kiss Goodnight for a while was the screenplay for that was the highest any screenplay had sold. It was like $1 million screenplay. And you look back on it, it's a good script, don't get me wrong, but it's like, really? Wow, $1 million. Like this is just a 90s action film. Yeah.
It was such a different era. Shane Black made his name by selling these spec scripts. Lethal Weapon was a huge budget spec script, like paid big money, and where nobody asked you to write it. It wasn't a producer saying, "Hey, we need a movie based on Matchbox cars, or whatever the hell." It's like, no, it was a guy who had a vision with a script complete with characters and dialogue, and the whole thing crackles, and it's not an adaptation, it's not an IP. There's original and the script, and people would read it and would bid over it. They would fiercely fight each other over it. And Shane Black sold some big scripts for some huge money back when Hollywood worked that way, back when you started with the script and then made the movie from that, where like now, for example, the Mission Impossible films are shot without a script.
Yeah. You don't
they shoot the stunt sequences in those films. The car chases are shot before they even have names for those side characters. When they shoot those stunts, they literally do not know why they're doing the thing they're doing. It's just, we're getting away from the bad guys. Why? Why are they in Venice? Why are they getting away on a jet ski or whatever?
We'll figure it out.
Figure that out later. But we've got to schedule this location and start training and practicing and storyboarding. We have to start doing that now before we've done that other stuff.
I had read an interview with McQuarrie where he said that they do like, these are all, a lot of them anyway, are leftover ideas from previous Mission Impossible movies that they brainstormed. They're just like, we'll just put it in the next one and we'll put that in the next one. You know, they really think these up ahead of time.
You watch the last few films in that franchise and you can absolutely tell, because every exposition scene, they're in a contained little thing, a little space. They're all
they're in like a little hideout. That's true.
It's like a video game. It's modular, where it's like,
so they'll shoot the big chase in Croatia or wherever the hell, because they shoot the stuff on location all around the world. And then after they've done all that, they come back and then they shoot on sound stages all of the dialogue that explains. So they shot a bunch of footage in the previous movie of Tom Cruise like running around an airport, and he just had the director in his ear saying, look behind you, like there's somebody chasing you. When they shot that, they did not know who he was in pursuit of or why he was running around the airport. They just shot a bunch of Tom Cruise running around the airport stuff. And then later on, and as a screenwriter, because they'll bring in somebody to help, that has to be a nightmare assignment of like, we've got 46 hours of Tom Cruise like dangling off things. You need to glue all that together seamlessly.
I think it's why, for example, the MacGuffin always is like a cube or something.
Like some random disc or
so they can say it does whatever it
like
does.
Thing. Yeah. And it's so like no matter where they filmed it, they can be like, he's meeting the buyer in Prague, and then they go, let's get to Prague, and then it goes to the Prague stunt sequences that they filmed.
And they'll cut inserts of the guy holding the thing that's shot later, because he did not have the thing when they shot the scene. That big car chase in the last, not the most recent film, but the one before, where Tom Cruise is handcuffed to, I don't remember the actress's name, but when they shot that, Haley Atwell, she did not know her character's name when they shot that. She said we shot for a year before I knew the character's name, her motivation, her background, who she is, why she, like, that was all later, because the stuff she was shooting was just, I'm handcuffed to Tom Cruise running around screaming, and we're like doing the little flirty thing and the physical comedy. But in terms of like her character's motivation, what her personality was like, why she's doing it, that they didn't have any of that.
Yeah, they're just saying, they're calling each other, hey, you, in all the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you, we got to get out of here. We'll dub something in, it's fine.
So anyway, I bring that up because Shane Black is from the era when like the written word was where you started, which was not that long ago. This was not like the 1940s. This was the 90s. But anyway.
Speaking of like, I think throwback films, this next trailer is for A House of Dynamite. This is
Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow. The writer is Noah Oppenheim. A little on the nose, Noah, for this fucking missile.
Why do I know that name?
Drama.
I feel like
he's written some stuff.
That person's written other things.
He's written.
I'll look.
I can tell you. He wrote Jackie. He wrote The Maze Runner. He wrote Allegiant.
From the
stuff.
Divergent series, yeah. He's got some thumbs and the some fingers in the YA pie. I see.
Exactly. I mean, this looks good. They try to hide the
Maze Runner the Scorch.
Yeah,
it is.
Scorch. Yeah.
You wouldn't last a day in the Scorch.
They try to hide Jason Clarke in this trailer, and it's
can't.
I saw him.
You can't.
Also, Idris Elba's in this. Jared Harris. It's going to be so many
the
series.
President in this.
Yeah, it's going to be so many. Oh, I hope it's. Was he the president in that action
He was the
movie?
prime minister in Heads of State.
All right,
John Cena is the president.
Now this
Rebecca
film,
Ferguson.
this film's out. It not out for release. It debuted at like the Venice Film Festival, and it has like reviews up, and the reviews are 100% across the board. On Metacritic, it has like a 94. This will be your Oscar movie. Which is why, unfortunately, it's called House of Dynamite. Such a weird, because it seems like a 70s like blaxploitation movie name, but no, this is like a ticking clock nuclear war disaster film. It's got Jared Harris from the Chernobyl, and it's got that Chernobyl feel of like the looming dread of trying to avert a catastrophe. I think it's the scenario, the Cold War scenario, where a nuclear missile has been launched on accident, and you're trying to figure out because we've got like a few minutes until all the other countries will start launching, and so you've got to try to diffuse it somehow. And
it's a real fail-safe. It's got like we have some errors. Like I think the 60s and the 80s were both like nukes are scary again, and I guess they're always scary, but I can see us doing more of these. There was also Deterrence in 1999. That was a good movie, but these are always
this one looks crazy tense.
They're always good. You just get a bunch of serious people in a room. You don't even have to leave the room, and they just act the shit out of it.
Yeah, just get them in there and start so they can start sweating at each other.
Yeah,
the greatest gift that the Pentagon ever gave to Hollywood, aside from when they literally funded movies like Top Gun as propaganda, was when they came up with that DEFCON system. Of the 5 stages because you literally are measuring the tension in your movie with like, we are at DEFCON 3. Which one's the good one? Is DEFCON 5 or 1? 5 is everything's fine. See, it's the opposite of how you would think. You would think 1 would be everything's totally fine, and then it gets, because if I ask you on a scale of 1 to 5, how bad is this? You say 1, I would assume you mean, everything's fine. Right. No, it's the opposite with DEFCON. And so in the trailer, you can even see like the big thing goes up from DEFCON. DEFCON 3 to 2. Yeah. It's like, see, it's a literal ticking clock to the end of the world, and it's like I don't even know if it's real. I don't know if the Pentagon actually uses DEFCON, if that's just a Hollywood invention for the film War Games. First time I ever saw it, but good to have a good DEFCON movie.
Yeah,
never get tired.
They're back.
Very good adult movie. I love it.
If I had infinite money, I would spend $150 million on a film in this genre. But with the only thing is we would switch the DEFCON thing so that we're like, oh my God, we're up to DEFCON 4. And then everybody would be enraged at me because like, no, 5 is the good one. You have it backwards. And then in the press tour, like all the actors be like, well, no, this takes place in a universe where everything is the same, except they decided to do the DEFCON scale the other way. So now in our, just when you're watching the movie, please mentally keep in mind in our film, 5 is the bad one.
Starts with like a little, like one of those, movies used to start with like a little text explaining the universe. It starts with like a couple paragraphs of lore where it's just explaining why it's
lore
reversed.
About the universe.
Yeah.
I feel a world much like our own, right. With one difference. When they came up with the DEFCON scale,
they did it in a way that makes sense.
They decided to make 1 the good one.
I assumed 1 is the good one personally.
Yeah,
that's less DEFCONs. That's less.
It's less DEFCONs.
Yeah, you don't want. I don't know. Let's talk about Hedda.
This looks cool.
This is also Nia DaCosta, who's like really coming off of Marvel, like really shaking that off of like, I'm gonna do some super ones for me.
This is based off a play. Period dramedy, I guess. It's got some Marie Antoinette vibes. The
based on a play.
Coppola film.
Based on a 19th century play from 1891.
It's got Imogen Poots, whose name I still can't believe, and then also Tessa Thompson's there. I mean, I think she stars in it.
Yeah,
it's like a fancy. They're all doing fancy shit. They're all Downton Abbeying around, and then she has an old lover, I believe.
An old lover shows up. Which, because of the time, complicates things.
Yeah, Yeah, this is a stage drama from 1891. I don't know how accurate this is to the original, but I mean, it looks good. It's another one where it's a bunch of people, I think, in a house just acting at each other. And that's going to be kind of thrilling.
Yeah, and this is this a theatrical release or is this going straight to...
I think this is theatrical. Or rather, I'm not seeing anything that's like on, oh, wait.
Not Prime Video. Straight to
Yep,
Prime.
I was watching the trailer and there's
Select
a volume button in the
theaters.
way, and I looked under the volume button. There's the fucking Prime logo. Select theaters probably for noms.
Okay, yeah, that's the big thing is are they going to get it out into enough theaters that they can get the Oscar? Because this looks like another possible Oscar movie situation.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on this?
No, it looks like I said, getting a bit of a Marie Antoinette vibe in a good way.
Yeah.
So
Well,
depending on how you feel about that film.
speaking of fancy horse shit, Wuthering Heights.
Yeah. Speaking of modern takes on old literature.
I didn't know what this like. I've heard Wuthering Heights a lot, and as I wrote in this, like, it could have been a BBC comedy from the 70s. I didn't know anything about Wuthering Heights except that it sounded British, and that it's something people talk about. This is the director of Saltburn, so it seems like perfect.
And Promising Young Woman, Emerald Fennel.
Is it a book, a play?
I'm not sure. Oh,
It's a
book.
novel.
Jeez,
It's a
sorry. It's a novel.
classic novel that did not have the bondage stuff in it that this film clearly has.
That's what I was going to
taken
ask.
the classic novel and then added some 50 Shades of Grey bondage type stuff. And I'm telling you right now, especially the way they're rolling out the marketing for this movie is going to make an unimaginable amount of money. It is combining the like Downton Abbey type audiences, which is huge, and then adding in just that little bit of spice, just enough that it'll get people talking. There's going to be discourse around this. This is going to be a Barbie level release. I'm telling you. I
There's
I-
a ghost in it.
Ooh. I hard agree. I mean, because it's Margot Robbie, first of all.
Yeah.
And it's like...
and Jacob Elordi.
And I
from
think
Saltburn.
they went into this being like, we're going to make 50 Shades money.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to do. We're adding...
It's an
they're
erotic
adding.
reimagining.
Yeah. There's going to be like a spanking paddle, and it's called Wuthering Heights. And that's why it's like carved onto it. I don't know. The first shot of this looked like a Wizard of Oz fantasy. So like when I like the first shot is of this like misty CGI. It might not even be CGI. It just looks CGI of what looked like a fantasy land. And then it's like sexy dough making. Like this one, again, I went through a series of assumptions with this one, and I couldn't figure it out until it starts getting real sexy. And it's like old timey, it's like peasant sex. Does it feel like peasant sex to you guys?
A little bit. Definitely the guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That it's that's the whole thing with getting like a horse's bridle tied around her. It's this is romance novel stuff. This is the romance novels that sell hundreds of millions of copies. It's not NC-17 rated, but it feels like spicy. No, this will be. If you live in LA, there'll be billboards for this on every surface when this comes out.
And I don't fully like I watched all the 50 Shades of Grey, and this is probably better than that, but like it's hard to understand it because, like you said, it's not. It's like you watch it and you're like, it's just enough sex, but not that much sex. So it's like it's not porn. Or it's not like you're watching it like, oh, can I jerk off to this?
Tame.
Yeah.
It's
and then
so
it's
tame.
like there's like weirdly a lot of plot, and the plot is like there's like I think in 50 Shades he gets
the plot is mad.
A helicopter crash.
Yeah,
it's
helicopter crash.
It's like
There's
business
like an
stuff.
assassin.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, okay. There's no action though. So it's like an action movie if you replace the action with like softcore porn. All right, I guess when I put it that way, it makes sense.
I mean,
Like-
Saltburn had a lot of sexually explicit stuff in it too. So I really liked Saltburn.
I still haven't seen it. I need to watch
It's
it.
pretty good. So yeah, I can kind of sort of feel the tone from this trailer and from having seen that movie. But yeah, I've never read Wuthering Heights. Like I
Would the
said,
author
apparently there's
of-
a ghost in it.
I wonder if the author, much like Wizard of Oz, if you showed her this, would she appreciate what this is? Probably.
Maybe.
I don't
man.
know. I don't want to look into it.
I think you'd have to calm her down because she wouldn't. You'd have to calm her down first because it would be the first time she saw a movie.
Yeah, she just went through the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many Wuthering Heights. I just looked up. There's a TV series. There's several adaptations, obviously spanning decades. Let's see. What's the earliest adaptation?
You have listeners out there who think it's insane that you've never heard of Wuthering Heights.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
telling you,
There's one
It
from the
is-
70s.
It is one of the most famous things ever written.
Oh my God, 54. There's one from 54. One from 48. The first
Dave,
adaptation.
there's probably a silent film.
I was about to say the first adaptation is 1920.
Mhm.
So yeah, never
Wuthering
seen any of them.
Heights.
Never heard of it. All right, you want to thank some more producers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Big thank you to Chester's Prophet.
Thank you.
Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts Esquire.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dan Hackroyd.
Thank you.
Thank you to David Knife
Knife
Boot Henson. Thank you to Deborah's Awesome. Barbara is great and cancer can go to hell.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dr. Slaphammer has seen the Minecraft movie 17 times. Thank you to Driftless is building a Tower of Skulls with his tracksuit ninjas. Thank you to Exploding Runes.
Thank you.
Thank you to Funky J Mostly Comes Out at Night. Mostly. Thank you to Happy Ed Classic. Thank you.
All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to Heathcliff's Helping Handfuls.
Thank you.
Thank you to Highlander likes the way Tom says, pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you to Hombre.
Thanks.
I've been listening to old episodes of Gamefully Unemployed and shit 2018 was such a simpler time.
Oh, it was.
That's Lockheed.
Yep.
Thank you to Impossible Worlds. We have your Swaim and we'll release him for the cost of your subscription.
Thank you.
Thank you to Joe Man, the annoying skeleton.
Thank you.
Thank you to Lieutenant Frank Drebin, Police Squad.
Thank you.
Thank you to Look Mime on a podcast.
Thanks.
Thank you to Mackenzie Fuck Shuffling with Willem Dafoe's confusingly large dick. Chill.
Thank you.
Thank you to Mike the Lurker.
Thank you.
And thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Thank you. All right. More trailers, folks.
I didn't say thank you to Dr. Slaphammer. I wanted to say thank you, Dr. Slaphammer.
Thank you.
Maybe watch a different movie next week.
Or don't.
Or watch Minecraft the 18th time.
Yeah. Next trailer is for Shell, the gas biopic. You know, this is like a Tetris or like the McDonald's one. No, this is about like it's wellness and horror, and it's
Yeah, these are really popular right now.
This looks like a cross between The Substance and The Substance.
yes.
It's Elizabeth Moss playing the old in this role. She's like the old disgusting actress that nobody wants to work with anymore because people don't know Elizabeth Moss. She's Peggy from Mad Men.
Yeah.
Has played the beautiful woman in many other films. And for this film, I think she's gained like 15 pounds and she's 43. So in this universe, it's like people just vomiting at the sight of her.
It's the Elephant Man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's like, you understand that people don't want to look at you anymore. And I don't know if it's because I'm 50 years old or whatever, but I don't know. I think among the single men my age, if they're at a bar and a woman who looks exactly like this walks in, they're not a single one of them's going to be like, oh my God, how can she go into public like that? It'd be, you could find out like they could find out she was just released from prison for having murdered her last boyfriend. And they'd be like, oh, so you're single.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So you're not seeing anyone.
Do you want to get married tonight? Right now?
I do like Kate Hudson is playing some kind of freak. Like she's playing a real like Death Becomes Her freak. There's a scene where she's feeding like she's having a dinner party and she's feeding them little shavings of her own flesh.
Yeah, I want to steal that. I want to do that to somebody.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
That's such a power move.
Yeah. She's like, you're eating me. I'm inside of you.
Kate Hudson looks like she's having fun in this movie. This looks a little tongue-in-cheek, but not entirely.
It's tough because, like, when I saw The Substance, which is very good, I thought, oh, it's Death Becomes Her. Where it's like, obviously it's not one-to-one, but, like, it's a very familiar subject that is, people don't like aging. I don't like aging. No one likes it. It's like, obviously it's a good thing to tackle. I think we're going to get a bunch of these because of Ozempic. I think a bunch of writers at the same time were like, oh, what if, because there's that whole thing. So, like, that's all to say that I'm like, I don't not welcome this.
No.
But I do think there'll be more of these, and this does look fun. So
it's also a little Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
At least the Ellen Burstyn storyline.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. It's again, I think we're going to get a bunch of these of varying degrees. The director is the detective from Spiral.
Okay.
He's an actor. He's more an actor than a director.
Okay.
Max Minghella.
Oh, right. The Chris Rock one.
Yeah, Spiral. he was in Horns.
Sure.
This is his second movie as a director.
This is it's like some body horror thing. She gets involved with Kate Hudson, who's selling some kind of youth or wellness thing that's gonna hopefully get her more work as an actress.
Right.
And instead it's like creepy body horror. Psychological horror ensues as well.
Yeah. All right, next trailer. Hamnet. It's how you catch pigs. It's a Hamnet. Why is it called Hamnet? Why'd they spell it wrong? I don't get it.
Apparently the real guy was named Hamnet, and so Shakespeare changed it to an L.
Oh.
Really?
Right.
I think that's what they're suggesting in this trailer.
Oh, okay. You're not saying that actually happened. Because if
I
I
have
would
no
have
idea if that's
liked
true.
to have thought that Shakespeare would try a little bit harder than that to hide the guy he's talking about.
Maybe he was tired of naming characters.
Or, I mean, maybe he called it Hamnet, and they were like, that sounds like a thing that catches pigs. And he was like, all right. Hamlet.
Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to care about this thing. I just slapped it together on it because it's a deadline. There's plots all over the place. This guy's dad is a ghost or something.
I don't know. I got rent to pay.
It doesn't matter. But no, this is the one that's directed by the director of the Marvel's Eternals that bombed, and so now they are free to make a Shakespeare adaptation.
Yeah, Chloe Zhao.
It's like, okay, I hope the money from Eternals allowed them to do the stuff they actually want to do. That's how the system is supposed to work. Once upon a time.
Yeah, it's one of the
one
funniest
them,
ones. Because she did Nomadland. And then they're like, all right, you want a Marvel? And it's just like, yeah, I guess. Like, it's just, I love it when they go from something really artsy to Marvel.
Really, really small, too.
Yeah, and then back to this. And like, watching Eternals, having watched it recently, it's not badly directed. That's not its problem.
No, but that's not how these work. You're part of a machine.
Yeah.
Like this is not them handing you $250 million and you get to make your vision. You are plugged into, because think of all the continuity stuff that's like they're doing previs on the effects and stuff before you even come on board. Like that stuff's got to be done years in advance.
They're tackling it like the Mission Impossible series.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's got to be a nightmare. This is like, I'm friends with people that write video games. You listen to that process of trying to write a video game. It's
I
hell.
know
Oh,
the
yeah.
I
scripts are
can't
like
imagine.
thousands of pages.
Yeah, because it's not just sitting down and having a story in your head you're trying to bring to life. It's like, okay, we need you to write literally 150 separate lines that this character can say when discovering an object in a room. It's like, yeah, that's it takes a
Somebody's
certain
got to
kind
write
of
it, I
person.
guess.
But it's the same thing. Like there's the way you think of a creative project happening where you have an idea and then you tweak it and you birth it into the world and you make compromises. It's like, no, you are brought into a system. This is one movie that is part of an interconnecting corporate synergy thing. So no, you understand what you're getting into and you take the paycheck and you try to deliver something that is competently made and you get good performances out of the actors. But Jesus, trying to direct a special effects thing when the movie you got famous for was not a special effects thing. It's a whole different ballgame. It's you can't just shoot the stuff in front of a green screen. It's like, okay, well, the effects people will add that stuff later. That's not the way it works. And when somebody kind of doesn't know how to do that part of it, you can tell.
Yeah. I kind of hope that Hamnet has a bunch of CGI like set
Yeah.
pieces. I want it to be Marvel's Hamnet.
Right. I hope Hamnet throws like a Hadouken.
But
Yeah.
it's gotta feel cool to have it to go back to where you're making a thing where the actor's performance is
Yes.
like that's what's selling the scene. It's like, and they're allowed to do their thing, and it's not the actor's dangling from a cable and you've got a tennis
Right,
ball
or
in
you're-
front of them and this is the villain. No, you're not making eye contact with the tennis ball. It's going to look like you're looking past him. Now pretend like you're having a tense conversation with this tennis ball. We'll add it later. We're not sure
Right.
if the villain's going to be like a glowing orb of light or like a snake. We've got different options, but that's
We'll
all
show
going to
you
be
a few
added later.
pictures. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be nice to be able to frame shots of real things. And beautiful, I'm sure, like, working off green screen, I'm sure there's certain directors who've gotten it down and have figured it out and enjoy it too. But it must be nice to just be like, I'm in this set with this actor.
Yeah,
We're
it's
just-
nice to be in a physical space. Let's actually talk about what the trailer's about.
It's Paul Mescal as Shakespeare.
And Jesse Buckley.
Yeah, Emily Watson's there. Mescal is Gladiator, right? He's Gladiator 2.
I think so. I didn't see Gladiator 2 yet.
Oh. I like Gladiator 2, but I know people who didn't like it. So I need tiebreakers. But yeah.
It's
about making fucking...
It's about writing Hamlet.
Yeah. It looks like,
It's like a
film
Shakespeare
from
in love kind of thing.
It looks like a 1991 Daniel Day-Lewis film to me, where I'm
Yeah.
like, this is so 90s in a good way.
Yeah.
Like not derogatory 90s.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I got
I don't
nothing
know.
else to say about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Made by
this is
hand.
going to win all of the awards or if this is going to be a laughable disaster. It looks to me like awards bait. It looks like Oscar bait.
It looks
Yeah.
good. It looks like one where the biggest problem is sitting down to watch it. You know what I mean? Where once you watch it, we recently watched what did we watch? Remains of the Day. That's one where it's like, I guess we had to be told to sit down and watch it. And once you do, you're like, this is
Very good movie.
Yeah, I'm entertained. I'm paying attention. I'm not falling asleep.
Engaged. Yeah. I'm
But-
experiencing the drama and emotion.
Yeah, you just have
but
to
yeah.
watch it.
You just got to sit down and watch it. And this is I still haven't seen Shakespeare in Love.
Neither have I.
I
I don't like Shakespeare stuff. I just don't.
I don't usually go for it. I should have watched Anonymous though, because it's directed by
Isn't that Emmerich? Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta watch that one.
Yeah. Godzilla might show up.
Hot take.
That's-
Shakespeare, kind of a bad writer.
Yeah, he's not great. He's not great.
No, not good. Not good. What's all these old words, man?
Yeah.
Can't understand any of this shit.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the guy's talking about.
Yeah.
This plot, I know I've seen it before. I've seen this 100 times, some version of it.
Yeah.
Make something new.
We love Shakespeare the character. And I'm like, I don't find him that interesting either. I
Right?
guess.
He's like Albert Einstein. We like putting him in stuff. It's like, isn't that
Yeah.
fun? Here's Shakespeare.
Yeah, it's weird.
Real life, probably just some drunk writer. Yeah, writer, probably just drunk
He's a
all
writer.
the time. Kind
He's
of a
probably
jerk,
insufferable.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shakespeare stays wet, baby.
Speaking of staying wet, let's talk about the woman in cabin 10. Which is about the drowning. It's about a drowning. I love this. It's exactly for me. It's a thriller murder mystery on a boat. It's Keira Knightley.
It's that famous case that they just did a Netflix. What is it? Amy or Emily Bradley, where she just vanished from a cruise ship.
That's the thing about a boat. They're easy to murder people on a boat.
Mm-hmm. But they're pulling the flight plan thing on her in this, where they're trying to tell her there was never a woman in this cabin.
It's funny because she's like, it's cabin 10. The woman in cabin 10 got thrown off. And they're like, there's no woman in there. It's like, okay, a woman who was in cabin 10 at the time. Like, it doesn't have to be like someone staying there, right? Like that.
If that's it? What if that's the mystery? It's like, wait, it wasn't her cabin.
Exactly.
Like,
but they're saying like, oh, everybody's accounted for is the
Yeah, I think that's the gist.
But it's on she's on like a yacht with tech bros where it's like clear that everybody has a reason to murder everybody. It seems like it feels like a good old murder mystery. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Knives Out popularity, those films got this made because it's based on a huge best-selling novel, The Woman in Cabin 10, pretty famous book. But I think the idea that this getting a decent budget to make just a whodunit in a confined space, I don't know that this gets done without Knives Out. Because again, once upon a time, a movie like this could be a top 5 for the box office that year. Thriller, big name actors acting their asses off, and a mystery, probably some big twist. Gonna guess it's not going to be straightforward. Like, oh yeah, there was. Turns out there was a woman in Cabin 10 after all. We just forgot. Like there'll be something weird. In that they used to be a whole genre of film. It used to be the 90s. You could go to the video
Malice,
store.
Deceived.
Yeah, they all had
Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yeah, those crime thrillers. Yeah, the glossy crime thrillers where they look great. Beautiful actors. Either one of them has gotten murdered or is accused of it. Yeah.
Okay, it's not the same writer as the woman on the train or the girl on the train.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I have watched that one, and I was trying to remember the twist in that, and it was pretty stupid.
I don't want to say it. I like that movie because for people who don't know, the cool thing about the girl, because it's another gaslighty one where she's an alcoholic, basically.
That's the unreliable narrator stuff.
It's everybody being like, you're drunk, and she's like, I'm drunk, but also this. Like, two things can be true.
I'm gonna tell the listeners right now, the twist in this film. I've not read this book. I've not read a synopsis. Don't know anything about it other than this trailer. The twist gonna be stupid as hell. That's one thing all of these films have in common. It will not hold up with 5 seconds of analysis in your brain. It's going to turn out the most ridiculous thing because it's got to be something you couldn't have predicted. And it's going to be the most, the craziest possible twist.
Yeah. I've said this before after Knives Out. I want the new Marvel to be murder mysteries. I want it to be in 10 years where like another fucking murder mystery. I'm so sick
of it. Making $1.2 billion at the box office.
I love that there's so many murder. There's so many. There's the girl with the dragon tattoo. There's the girl on the train. The woman in cabin 10. What was
the really bad Amy Adams one?
I was about to say, isn't there another one? There's a lot where it's like lady did something.
That one was genuinely bad.
Is it the woman in the window? The woman in the window.
Yep.
We love women being or doing something.
Well, it's Rear Window,
for our
basically.
mysteries.
It's Rear Window.
Yeah. I'm just talking about the titles. But yeah, I don't remember that one.
Nobody cares if a dude gets killed.
Right. Oh yeah, I wouldn't watch the dude on the boat.
The guy in the window.
Like the whole thing is like, hey, we think we saw a man in the water, and they're like, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Who cares? Yeah, probably. People fall off boats all the time. We're not going to turn around. You ask us to turn around and go get him. We're not going to do that. We're on a schedule.
Yeah,
probably work on the boat. Probably one of the probably janitor or something. He shouldn't have been so close to the rail. What are you bringing this to me for?
Oh man,
it occurred to me they did make the guy in the window. It's called Watcher.
Oh yeah. I love this. I'm gonna watch the shit out of it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you're
of
right.
course,
It's
of
probably
course.
gonna have a dumb as shit ending, but I don't care.
I watched Adam Sandler's Murder Mystery,
Oh yeah.
which I genuinely enjoyed.
Okay. Next trailer. Oh fuck, I forgot. Is this thing on? The unique story of a stand-up comedian talking about his divorce.
Okay, I'm really starting to like Maestro last year. I was like, all right, calm down, Bradley Cooper. And now this one, it's like, oh, okay, man. Like,
I don't know. I think Will Arnett is due for the comedian to
he's due
serious.
for an Odenkirk for sure. He's definitely doing an Odenkirk in this.
But in this film, for one thing, I think this trailer looks very bad. That for some reason they have made Will Arnett to look exactly like Bradley Cooper.
And yet Bradley Cooper is in the film as a different character.
It's funny because Bradley Cooper, I always keep forgetting, he did comedy. So I'm like, is this just the story of when Bradley Cooper was like, I could do stand-up? Let me give that a shot.
Yeah, was he ever a comedian? This is a weird.
He's in The Hangover.
So he was a comedic actor.
That's what I mean. He was a comedic actor. I knew him first as a comedic actor.
Oh yeah, Wedding Crashers too.
Wedding Crashers too. Like, so I have to assume that at one point, and Rocket, I guess, but I have to assume at one point he was like, I'll try stand up. He's a comedic actor.
Like Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks did stand up. That's
he
fucked
did.
up. That doesn't work. Doesn't work. Yeah, I guess I'm less. I'm less bothered by this movie. I get that vibe of like, just give him an Oscar. Someone give him an Oscar.
No, it looks like awards bait, and maybe it'll do really well. I did not enjoy the trailer. I don't know. It looked like misery porn about a middle-aged stand-up comedian. I'm not saying I don't like stand-up comedians. I don't enjoy like listening to them talk. Oh, I don't know. It's a weird scene. It brings a lot of like bad people into it. I think even other stand-up comics would tell you that the people you meet in stand-up comedy are not the kind of people you actually want to hang around.
Did you watch that Joe Rogan video? I watched that video, the Comedy Jonestown video.
Yes.
Yeah,
not
beautiful.
Yet, but it's one of those. I need to sit down and watch it.
It just really sums it back.
I was trying to put my finger on it, and the awards bait thing kind of hit it. It's just like this feels a little like Hillbilly Elegy to me, in that it's like navel gazing about, or like This Is 40, where it's it's tongue in cheek. Well, at least This Is 40 was, but this one is like approaching it as like The Wrestler. Like a gritty movie about a comedian. Right. And it's like, I'm sorry, his life just does not look that hard. He's going through a divorce. That happens to a lot of people. And like in the trailer, they don't present anything interesting or unique about his situation. He's just getting divorced and he's sad about it.
It's a male comedian doing stand-up about his divorce. It's like, if you want that story, I can go out right now.
We can go
several
right
clubs.
Now.
And find this story. It's fine. No, Hillbilly Elegy is that vibe where it's like, oh, my life was pretty hard.
Look at how hard my life was. I'm sorry, JD. It seems like you left out how you got all that money to go.
But even just
college.
The movie, it's like, oh, so you had an average life.
Right, yeah, so you had the life that most of us had.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't know.
Okay, man.
It's interesting because I think of like what's that fucking divorce movie? Also with Laura Dern. Marriage Story.
Marriage Story.
That's one of those where it's like big deal, everybody gets a divorce, but it's very like, we're going to tell this story very definitively in a way that's supposed to resonate with people. Where it's like, I'm not against if a story is like, yeah, this is something people go through, told really well.
Marriage Story is also a guy writing a movie about his divorce, just occurred to me. This movie is co-written by Will Arnett.
With Laura Dern. So it is, you need Laura Dern for these, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you need Laura Dern for these, but yeah. It's like the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Both Lucas and Spielberg are going through a divorce.
Right. And you can tell someone gets their heart ripped out. Yeah.
a guy dressed for a carnival cruise adventure gets his heart ripped out. I just feel like it's also, it's like, so like I was disappointed with Pete Holmes' sitcom Crashing, where it's just kind of, it's also about how like the gritty real life of being a comedian. It's like, guys, like, why is this everyone's idea for the world of comedy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think we've said enough about it.
Well, let's talk about Deathstalker then.
Fuck yes.
This is the writer-director.
I have a Deathstalker t-shirt. I should have worn it.
So explain to me what the deal. The only way I've heard of Deathstalker is they reviewed these movies on the Red Letter Media channel, and then they became this guy. This is it, Len Kabaczynski, became like a friend of the show. Like he came on there and talked to them and did like an interview because they obviously drove a lot of attention to the film and they were making
Costanzi, I believe his name.
I maybe it's not even the same guy. I don't know. But I know Deathstalker only from people making fun of it as like a cheeseball, like direct to video movie. So what is the deal with Deathstalker?
Well,
like what is this?
It's a cheeseball direct to video movie. Like it's it's just like the pinnacle of fantasy schlock to me, like those Boris Vallejo paintings. It's like sleazier Conan. Yeah, basically.
This
is this a tiny spot in my heart for sleazy trash.
Is this a new film? Is this a reboot? What the film?
It looks like it's a remake. It looks like it's a remake.
That's where I'm confused. Okay.
This director also made Psycho Gorman. He also made Frankie Frico, which features the Red Letter Media guys in it. So, like, there's the non-zero chance that we'll see fucking the Red Letter Media guys in Deathstalker. There's no way they're not in there.
And like, this has Patton Oswalt doing an appearance in it. That's a part of that circle.
I'm sure he's one of the creatures. Yeah,
he is doing. So his genre that he's doing is, I would argue, like. He's a makeup artist, right? He's like done a bunch of makeup stuff. He did like In a Violent Nature. He did
about the director.
The director. He did the Silent Hill movie. He's like a very successful makeup artist. He's been doing this like, it's not quite Kung Fury. It's way better than Kung Fury. Yeah, but in terms of irony, like Turbo Kid, it's like Turbo Kid, if you remember that movie, felt a little more, or like Freaky Tales, where it's like we're doing the thing, but we're not pointing to it that much. He's like a little in between, where it's like, it's not as look at how ironic this is as Kung Fury, but it is still like tongue-in-cheek in a way that might rub people the wrong way, where it's like just a little more tongue-in-cheek than it needs to be. I still liked Psycho Gorman.
It was a fun idea, yeah, and they definitely did everything you can do with that idea. Like every comedic idea you could do with a little girl having basically a He-Man supervillain at her beck and call, and they did everything you could do with that. So,
right.
And it has like really, really crazy gore effects and creature effects.
Right. It's all to say this is listed as action adventure fantasy. I think it's also a comedy, right? Like it's like
the trailer is funny.
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, so the Deathstalker, I'm confusing this with something else. The original Deathstalker was a 1980s movie, and there was a Deathstalker 2.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a reboot of that, or is it just the same title? Like,
I think it's a reboot of the original Deathstalker.
Okay, that's where that's what I didn't get.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll watch the shit out of it.
Yeah, it looks like fun. I will be the only person in the theater watching this, because at the end of the trailer, they do emphasize only in theaters.
This is the stuff that you should give him for, like, yeah, these are the types of movies that should be remade, right? Like, it's fun. Like, it's these are the ones where it's like, we're not doing anything with it. Might as well remake it, you know?
And not for nothing, Deathstalker himself is the stuntman from all the John Wicks and shit.
Oh, nice.
Like, he's the guy that fights John Wick in the club, and then Willem Dafoe has to shoot him.
Oh, yeah. They're going to go for it.
We just saw him in something else. Nobody 2.
Right.
But yeah, this guy, like, kicks ass.
So it'll have good stunts, yeah.
Yeah. So the sword fighting and stunts will look cool, and like the creature effects look cool. I'm just like, I'm into this. This looks like my kind of garbage.
Yeah. Speaking of my kind of garbage, final trailer for VHS Halloween. They do these. They're like Call of Duties. They do one once a year.
I know. I would hesitate to call it garbage because these are so good, and they've highlighted some really cool directors.
Oh yeah, they're really good. The Kate Siegel one last year.
That was good.
Yeah.
So these are direct to Shudder films now. They don't get any theatrical release at all, because I feel like the first one didn't they get some kind of a release? I remember
the first one was in theaters. I think the first two might have been in theaters, and then Viral was direct to video.
And Shudder is basically, they got their talons in it, and they're like, you're going to subscribe every year to Shudder at least for a VHS. And I'm like, yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
I mean, I watch
also,
a bunch of
it's
things.
$6 to subscribe to Shudder. They're
Yeah,
so
I mean,
apologetic when they raise their prices. They're like, we understand if you need to cancel, but we're raising our prices by 50 cents. It's okay, guys.
I get my money's worth from them.
I
but
get
yeah,
everything I need out of Shudder.
This one is Halloween themed. I like their system, which is like, it always comes out beginning of October. Everybody watches it for Halloween.
Yeah. And then they do Blu-ray releases. So I guess they make a little bit of money that way too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've been picking them up as they've come out.
Yeah. This has a couple of new names.
Yeah, I didn't look up the directors actually. So if you have that, that's great.
Yeah, and an Adult Swim writer he wrote the Cheddar Goblin part of Mandy, but not Mandy. He didn't direct it.
Oh, he didn't direct the Cheddar Goblin?
Direct.
Oh, he wrote Cheddar Goblin though. Okay, fuck yeah.
It's confusing, but yeah. And then the person who did Wreck and the director of Her Smell. So the Wreck one that's probably the most notable, because that Wreck is
Her Smell was that Elizabeth Moss movie where she was playing like an old punk rock, like a
I never watched it.
Runaways type.
Yeah.
Joan Jett. Yeah, I need to watch it.
This one's like, this one's, they're always good, so I'm not complaining, but this is a little more spread of like, I shouldn't say no names. People have done a lot of shorts and like done a few indies, but like.
Have you watched Wreck, Dave? The Wreck movies?
Liked it. Yeah, I liked the first. I saw the first one. It was good.
Oh, the second one is even creepier.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not zombies, Dave. It's a demonic invasion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would still love,
but like they're good. They're good. So like I want to see the Wreck guy do one of these shorts for sure.
Maybe this is my bubble, but I'm like, the VHSs to me are big enough that I'm like, I want to see Stephen King write one. Like I want to see them like.
It's not out of the question. Mike Flanagan did it, and he's got Stephen King on speed dial.
Now, I want to see Stephen King direct one.
Oh yes!
Oh,
like
he whips out.
He's
like
back!
John Wick.
He's
he
back!
whips out the cocaine in his basement.
Yeah, he's just immediately in the Maximum Overdrive trailer.
Yeah.
It also stars in it.
Oh hell yeah, man! VHS Stephen King. That's every segment is written and directed and starring him.
I'm excited because I just realized the Adult Swim guy I was talking about, he wrote for Squidbillies. He also wrote Too Many Cooks. So I'm like, okay.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember Cheddar Goblin and Too Many Cooks was the same dude. That's pretty sweet. I'm into that.
Yeah.
God, it's time for me to rewatch Mandy.
Yes.
What a perfect film.
But yeah, I don't know. It's VHS Halloween. It's
it's gonna be fun. Like they've never really let me down. There've been some weak segments, and I think I'm trying to remember which one was kind of the weakest lately. Maybe the '80s one.
But that's an anthology. That's what you're gonna get. Same thing if you watch like a sketch comedy show. Like you're gonna get a couple of bits that aren't as funny as the others. But that's part of it.
Have you seen all of these, Jason?
I think so, but I don't have Shudder. It's when they turn up on Prime, I watch them, but it has to become available to me because I limit the number of streaming things I'm subscribed to.
I forget which one it was, but it was the framing device segment when they were talking about this alien that came to Earth and they were monitoring his behavior.
Oh yeah.
It's such a. it's such a thing you would write. Like, so every time I see that segment, I'm just like, Jason would have wrote this. Like, this is from a John Dies at the end book.
Yeah.
Just the ultimate reveal of it is such.
It's a great punchline.
It's a great gag.
Yeah.
God, I need to remember which one that is. Anyway,
that was the one
it's
one
Derrickson.
before
It was
this
Scott
one.
Derrickson was the one that.
He didn't direct that one though.
No, but he had a segment in there, so
yeah,
that's how I'll find it.
All right. Well, let's. We have one news story here. We can talk about, which is that people have talked about this. Like a superhero film hasn't broken like 700 million, right? Which is still a lot of money.
That's still a lot of money.
It is, but it's putting them in the red is the thing. Like the Fantastic Four movie, I get that when you say, well, it made $500 million worldwide, that's like, I don't know, less than half of what Captain Marvel made, a film that when it came out, everybody hated. And it's like, oh, this is the death knell of Marvel. This is what they're doing now. Like, that made
broke. It's like, no, it's a
that made
$1 movie.
$1.1 billion worldwide. The Superman, James Gunn Superman made $600 million. That maybe broke even. Again, for people not familiar with Hollywood math, the theater keeps a chunk of the ticket price and then your promotion budget almost equals the amount it costs to make the film. So generally you need to make 2.5 or 3 times the budget to be in the black, and these films are not doing that. They're topping out around $600 million or $500 for Fantastic Four. By the way, there's a real good chance that Fantastic Four is just a bad subject for a movie and that people don't like that property. It may be that there's no such thing as a good Fantastic Four movie, no matter who you put in it.
I was pretty disappointed with it.
It was too safe, in my opinion, but like, what I'm looking at, because I'm like, and Superman also underperform. Everything's underperforming, so it's
There's also, we've talked about it before. We've talked about all this before, but like they need to break out of this mindset that they've convinced themselves of. Like they've convinced themselves that they can make $1 billion each time they do this, because that they did for 10 years, and it's like those days are over. Like you can't spend $300 million on a movie anymore.
This is the story, because it used to be routine for Hollywood to go over $4 billion in box office receipts total, everything. And obviously you had the pandemic, and then the things recovered a little bit, and people really thought this was going to be the year, because you had the pandemic and then the strike right after that. So there was a pair of dips in production, and this was supposed to be one of the first like normal, healthy production slates that they had. And it's going to come in at like $3.5 billion. It's way under, like it's less than last year, but also way under what they used to routinely hit. And the big driver of it is that the superhero movies, after how long have we been in the superhero thing? If you want to go all the way back to, that's MCU, but
Blade is 1998.
And then Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was in 2001. X-Men was in 2000. So
2002.
When you talk about the
Spider-Man.
era of like Superman, of like the superhero films where you've got 10 of them a year driving the box office, to go prior to that period, you're at a totally different business model. That's like going back to the DVD era. That's going back to when domestic grosses used to dominate your box office before you used to make 70% in foreign. Like when you ask, like, well, if we go back to what we were doing before it was all superheroes all the time, what was it? It's like, that's a different world. You go look at the box office from like 1998, and the number 3 film would be like a romantic comedy. And I don't know, go
Enemy
look.
of the State is on there.
Yeah, it is a different universe. Like it's stuff that would go direct to Netflix now was the stuff that you found in the top 5. And you would have in 1993, you would have a Jurassic Park. You would have some, a thing that would be like a standalone. There's no map forward for like, what's the next thing? Because if people don't realize this, those blockbusters are supposed to pay for everything else. The reason you can make 100 weird little movies was once upon a time is you would have one huge Terminator 2 that makes, hundreds of millions of dollars. And then that pays for all of these shots you take. And then you hope one of them will break out. But most movies lose money. That was always the model. They called it a tent pole. Well, you imagine one big movie and that holds up the tent for everything else. And then that lets you experiment and make your awards bait and all your stuff. And then you hope something else you're making, like My Big Fat Greek Wedding suddenly becomes a monster hit. But that's, a thing you made for $10 million that suddenly takes off. But it's the blockbuster, the can't miss blockbuster that pays everything else. So superheroes have been that for a long time during a period when streaming has been invented. The home theater experience has gotten totally different. DVD and physical media has all but died. Like that all happened during the superhero era. So when you're saying, well, we'll have to go back to the way we used to do it, where it's you would have a superstar vehicle, action vehicle as your top movie, and then you would have like a cool murder mystery and then a romantic comedy, and that'll be your top movies of the year. It's like, man, I don't know that like people don't come out to go watch comedies anymore. It used to be that your number one movie of the year could be like Beverly Hills Cop 2, just action comedy.
Hangover,
Eddie Murphy.
We were talking about earlier was a massive movie.
And this is not, you don't have to go back to the 1950s. You just have to go back a little ways.
Like
and
10
people
years.
will not leave their homes to go watch a comedy. We were thrilled when people went out to see The Naked Gun to the tune of like $50 million. Yeah, something that is a rounding error for the superhero films. And it's like, that used to be a whole thing. You could make a parody movie, like those Top Gun parodies with Charlie Sheen. What were the Hot Shots?
Hot Shots.
Once upon a time, that would be one of your top movies of the summer. Like that would get a promotion push, and that would be a whole big thing. People will not leave the house to go see a comedy anymore. They just don't. They will go see horror. But you would think comedy would be one of the things that is more fun to see in a crowd, in a group of people, everybody laughing their asses off. That used to be the big pleasure of Jim Carrey in the 90s when every movie he made grossed $300 million, and it's just screwball comedy, totally consequence-free, no stakes, just riffing on screen. People would go buy a ticket and laugh with 100 strangers, and it was a great time. They will not do that anymore.
Yeah, I think horror is unique because it's like people will see horror the genre the way people used to see action or comedy. But I think comedy people are more particular. I think everybody's kind of, everything's more everything's more
much more curated.
Yeah, like one of the best movies I saw this year is on YouTube, and it's called 1,000 Players Simulate Civilization Rich and Poor. It's a Minecraft movie that somebody who I don't even know who they are made, and it's it's 2.5 hours long, and it was fascinating. And it was like passed to me by some friends who are like, you got to watch this, and I'm passing it to people. It currently has almost 20 million views, which is about as much as many people have seen like, Fantastic Four when you do the math. It's like, so that's all to say that it's like, it's so easy to be like, this is my entertainment, I'm watching it, with very few exceptions. I think there's also like, there was some more news we were doing about the tech industry that reminded me of this, which is that like, it used to be we'd have all the startups, right? We'd have all these young startups, so many people being like, I have an idea. And then it just became 4 giant companies. And those giant companies have internally taken all their proprietary tech and just held on to it. And they just buy things out. And it's become this combination of like, are you gonna, if a new email service comes along, are you gonna consider it? No, you're gonna stay with Gmail because that's what you know, right? It's like user apathy combined with these giant companies just like giant trees, blocking out all the sunlight for anything to grow. And so, it's this combination of people like, I guess I'll see the Marvel because I know what that is. I don't really like it as much anymore. And it's like people aren't giving new things a chance combined with companies not giving new things a chance, and no one will let anything grow. And it's like, eventually it seems like with Marvel and stuff where it's like, Yeah, there's going to have to be something new. There was always had to be something new. And it's hard when your entire corporation is like, we make this genre of films. It's like, well, guess what? You know, you're going to have to make other things too. You're going to have to allow, like, that's like Marvel should have from the start thought about this idea of like, what if we fed other genres while we were doing this? Like, what if we kept feelers out? But they're like, no, we do superhero movies and we're going to do nothing but and protect that. And it just, I don't know. It seems like it's a very easy model to collapse, or for everybody to just go, I'm watching shit online now. Like, I'm not interested in that at all.
It's everything. That last Mission Impossible movie that we were criticizing, that made, I think, 500 and change. That cost $300 million to make. That was an enormous bomb. That F1 movie with Brad Pitt, huge opening, made $700 million worldwide. Again, budget $300 million. Look it up. So again, even these movies that you see as being hits, they're not making the almost $3 billion that the final like Avengers films made, the 2.7 worldwide or whatever. And I know that Avatar is going to come along. By the way, there's an Avatar film coming out in like 2 months.
In weeks.
And I know that will clean up, but this is what you're getting, because like last year you really just had Deadpool and Wolverine as the monster hit, and everything else kind of hid the fact that everything else was disappointing. You're now getting the year where everything has disappointed. The top film of this year, I think, is the Lilo and Stitch live action remake.
I believe you're right.
That's your crown jewel of your release for 2025, and the year's most of the way over. It's dire. And those of us who talk to people and have like projects in the works, everybody says
movie, but they're neck and neck.
Oh, I apologize. That there's like stuff is not getting made, like stuff's not getting greenlit. There's belt tightening apparently across the board in Hollywood, and things like never fully recovered after the strike. I don't think.
Right. It's tough because that's the other reason horror, right? Because horror is cheap. It's by definition. People don't like it when it's expensive. No one wants to see a giant CGI horror movie. That's not horror. Even like Sinners was made for $90 million, which would have been what like a Godzilla movie used to be made. And so even that's costing more. But then that made, $360 million back. And that's a hit because it's like, ultimately, it seems like it's just like movies are getting more expensive to make, but people aren't paying more. So you just 100 million. It feels like it's like if it's over 100 million, don't make it. I don't know. It's just like stop making movies for $300 million is part of it.
Yeah, we can't do that anymore.
You can't. You just can't. It's too much. It's too much money.
Those days are over.
It's like making a burger store for $300 million. It's just like, no, it's too much. You spent too much on making this thing. It doesn't.
It's like trying to sell. It's like trying to make a fortune selling Beanie Babies now.
Right, and same with video games. Right, it's like it costs this much. That's how much it costs.
For example, they've got Star Wars movies they're trying to put back on the slate now. They've got the baby Yoda film. I bet most people listening to this did not know that there's a Mandalorian Baby Yoda film coming out, theatrical release coming out. And I saw headlines where they're trying to get another trilogy going that's going to be episodes 10, 11, 12, whatever. I struggle to imagine any Star Wars film starring anybody based on anything that would be a monster $1 billion hit right now. I don't think that property has juice left in it. I think right now they are making calls to all of the stars of the original Harry Potter films. I know they're making that giant $500 million series on HBO, but I can guarantee you they're calling Daniel Radcliffe and saying, if we could promise that J.K. Rowling doesn't come to the set,
we will execute her.
We want to make adult Harry Potter, middle-aged, grown-up wizard cop original film starring the original cast. We're gonna back up the Brinks truck. Like I think they're doing. I think they're doing that. I think they're looking at all of these franchises. Like, well, could we do Lord of the Rings again? Actual those movies. Like do it. Get new cast, new whatever. Trying to find what's the last non-superhero thing that work, because like they're still trying to make Jurassic Park movies. They're doing okay. They do well on foreign, but they're not world changing. And you can, they're trying to do, because that's what it was. It was Lord of the Rings. It was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It was, you go back and look at what it was, Star Wars. You go back and look, going back even into the 90s, what was working back then. And I guarantee you everything back then that made money that's not been remade yet, or has not been remade in a few years, they're having meetings right now.
Oh yeah, I think we
I
are getting a cliffhanger remake.
Oh yeah, we are. I mean, that's great. That's great for everybody.
Great news.
But like, they must be like offering Elijah Wood like a small island. They're just like, please. I do want them
we
to
will make
get
all of your weird movies.
That's
for
what I
you.
was thinking.
We'll give you all the weird makeup you need.
I want a Harry Potter and a Frodo to come out, and like subsequently just a huge flow of these batshit crazy movies suddenly all get greenlit and produced as part of their contract. We just get a flood of weird bullshit.
He does one Lord of the Rings movie. We get 15 Toxic Avenger sequels.
Yeah. I'll take it. It's hard. It's hard, man, because what they really need is a new idea, and they just don't.
I mean, it's
no interest in that.
It's cyclical. It's also part of the problem of having a creative industry run by people who are not creative and have no interest in making movies or art. It's just it's mostly just venture capitalists now, and business majors, people who look at spreadsheets.
Right.
So I think that's also a problem, because like this happens. Movies are cyclical. Like it used to be Westerns for everything, and then nope, not anymore. And then there's things that are really popular for. Yeah, it's just more stagnant now as media becomes more and more curated, and there's less avenues to see. Well, no, there's not. You can see a lot of stuff on streaming, but anyway,
in a lot of ways, it's never been better. It's just
that's true.
For
yeah,
blockbusters specifically.
Getting people to leave the house, because this has been a problem for a while, but there's always been something that would get people to come out. But the number of things that will get people to leave the house keeps getting smaller and smaller. And it feels like COVID forever was like a sharp red line. Like after this point, this model is not going to be, that this is not, because you assume that theatrical will always be a thing, but that's not a law of the universe. There's no rule that says this doesn't go back that far.
It feels like COVID made a lot of people realize, like, oh, we could just do this. Like it's like a lot of pleasantries and like formalities were dropped, and it was like a lot of people realizing, like, well, all my stuff's here in the house.
Also,
so much
people
easier.
like to watch movies while looking at their phone. And if there is a social norm against doing that in theaters, and God willing there is, they would rather stay home and so they can have the movie on the background while they look at their phone. This is why so many films have dialogue where they keep spelling out verbally what's happening. It's because they know you're not watching.
Right. It's funny because it becomes a vicious cycle where it's like, I don't watch movies on my phone, but if I start watching a bad movie, I might look at my phone, right? If I'm not in a theater, I might go like, okay, this isn't like a full watch movie. This is a play video game to watch.
Need to totally pay attention to this.
But if they make movies for that, then I'm just going to go like, oh yeah, this is a bad movie. I can tell. Like it makes the movie worse. It makes me more likely to go on my phone, and the vicious cycle continues, etc. Yeah. We should just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Go back to
Move
plays.
on.
Let's do
Move
plays.
on. Yeah, we should just do plays.
Yeah. Plays are
radio. Just go back to the radio.
Radio.
Way cheap.
All right. Do you want to thank some more producers?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Big thank you to Norm from Cheers Undying Love for Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven.
Thank you.
Big thank you to Norm from Cheers Undying Love for Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven is a paradox of affection I'm not willing to unravel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to Oh Shit, It's Candyman.
Thank you.
I want a sitcom called that.
Oh shit, it's Candyman.
Thank you to Numino, Ultramicroscopic Silico, Volcanoconiosis, Anti-Disestablishmentarianism Jones. Thank you. Thank you to Psychic Bigfoot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Rev MD.
Thank you.
Thank you to Ricky Cilantro.
Thank you.
Thank you to Robert.
Thanks.
Thank you to Rosemary's Baby from Eraserhead.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you to Ryan, the Silly Money Goose.
Thank you.
Thank you to Screaming Horse Pyramid.
Thank you.
Thank you to Sorry Cop, world's most laughable centrist.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to Steven.
Thank you. All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to the Construct Rituals by Ravages of the Scourge. It's metal about necromancers.
Thank you.
The conveniently placed self-destruct button on the top of every baby's head. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Midnight Patron with patrons at midnight.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Oatmeal Savage.
Thank you.
Thank you to the Tubi Terror Bunny. Thanks you for consuming Rutger Hauer. We did.
Thank
We
you.
ate him, bones and all.
We ate them all.
Thank you to these 7 Bs.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tiger Drawers Pratt Thompson. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tip Drizzle.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tux.
Tux.
Thank you to Vincent. Or Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank you to Will Rhymes with Bill or Bill Rhymes with Will.
Thank you.
And thank you to your mom.
Thanks. Hey, thanks.
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Before we shut everything down so we can rush off to see Deathstalker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you have a movie that deserves more hype?
Yeah, you know what I do? I do. I do.
You special little guy.
I'm going to start trying to focus on Halloween. Because Halloween's a-coming. And this is a movie that will come out on October 3rd, right around the time VHS comes out as well. This is called, quite fittingly, Scared Shitless. It's about a plumber fighting a sewer monster that comes out of toilets. So, you know, the plumber is, I believe, Trevor from fucking GTA. Who was also in that other... This is a Canadian movie.
He was in something else that we were watching. Yeah,
another Canadian movie. That wrestling one. Dark Match.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
With Chris Jericho as a crazed cult leader.
Yeah. This is coming off of Toxic Avenger. I was like, this seems like a good pick. Because, you know, it's the plot of an X-Files episode. The one in Florida where there's a sewer monster in the building. It's a single building. This has tons of very good creature and gore effects. The thing about the reviews that made this pop out to me is that the reviews are all like, it's also a good movie. So like, much like if, depending on your opinion, but the Toxic Avenger was a movie, the remake, that was like, oh, this is like well shot and has a lot of character stuff. Apparently so does this. It's about a father-son. The son is a shut-in. They've lost the mom of the family. And he brings them into work, basically. The father plumber is apparently like a really good plumber. It's being referred. It says it has a watertight screenplay and a surprisingly sophisticated sense of comic timing, which I like. So it sounds like it's like very well shot, and it's also the Psycho Gorman guy did the visual effects for, and as we noted, he's known for visual effects. Not much poop stuff, which is surprising. It's not a Greasy Strangler, is the vibe I get. Because it could have been. It could have been.
Yeah, no, the vibe of this trailer is nowhere near a Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, it's just a very well-crafted B-movie that has like some character drama, is apparently well shot, and involves a poop monster that tries to grab your balls while you're pooping. And other things.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The Gooch.
Yep, Scared Shitless.
I'm into this. This looks like Tremors.
Yeah, poop tremors. They could call it poop tremors.
Yeah, poop tremors.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of this?
Well, I just said mine.
That's fair.
Talking about the business side of like Hollywood, I feel like this kind of movie will always be able to get made. Like when I was a kid, when we had video stores, I'm walking past like that horror section, and they had it by the window, so all the tapes were faded, the VHS tapes. It was so many of these, whatever they made it for, $500,000, I don't know, where it's like some good gore effects, extremely explicit, usually some sort of an offensive title. And I feel like 1,000 years from now, if cinema still exists, there will somehow still be a business model to make thing like this. It's gross, and it's funny, and it's on a shoestring budget. And this is near and dear to my heart. This is no matter how things change, you will always be able to get the money to make something like this. And there will be freaks to watch it enough to make your money back. And God bless everybody who's still cranking out stuff like this. They went from the VHS era to the DVD era to the streaming era to whatever this era is now. But you keep the budget down. You get people who are passionate about this kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. To your point, the poster for this is exactly the Ghoulies poster, but with tentacles coming out of the toilet. Yeah. This is if like
Ghoulies,
this paired with
very
VHS.
Disappointing. They're not actually toilet monsters.
That's a shame. Well, they're
ghoulie
giving us
pops out of a toilet, and it's in a
That's a
montage at the end when the ghoulies are breaking into the house.
Oh, so it's a spoiler too.
If they impose like a law on do those covers have to accurately represent the film, that genre would just disappear.
Yeah,
because
It's one of my first cracked articles.
They all lied on their VHS. That was the whole artwork. That was the whole art of itself. Where the guys making that VHS art did not even see the movie or even necessarily know what film the art was going to be for. It was just.
We recently covered Creature from Black Lake, 1970s, and Ralph McQuarrie does the cover art for that before he did Star Wars, or it might have been after. And it's just like you look at the cover art and you're like, that art alone is better than the movie. Just that picture you drew.
Now they would crank out some AI thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
5 seconds and slap it on there. But
yeah. So we did it. That's it.
I think we've done it. Yeah, we've fulfilled our contractual obligation. Check out the trailer for Scared Shitless coming out October 3rd. And that's a sewed. We've done it.
Jason, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to... I feel like we didn't ask you to plug anything at the beginning. And that's an oversight, but I don't remember. That was so long ago.
I talk about that I'm on all of the video platforms as Jason K. Pargin on all of them, including Facebook and Instagram, and TikTok is the big one, but not the only one. The paperback of Black Box of Doom comes out in November. I actually delayed it a little bit because people were still buying the hardcover. The book did very, very well. So, but if you were waiting to get the cheaper version of it, because books frankly are outrageous, and if you want to know why books cost so much, because authors are greedy.
Yeah.
Authors like money.
It's just the worst people alive.
Yeah, we're on Zoom, and so like the people don't see this, but you're on a throne.
Oh yeah,
it's throne of skulls. A throne. Yeah,
throne of golden skulls. So no, it's and the paperback comes out in November, and that'll only be like $20. Like paperbacks used to be like $4. You get them at the grocery store. Now it's only $20 to get the floppy version of the book. Or if you don't want to wait, you can get the much more expensive audio book that I do not read, or the hardcover. Yeah.
That I also do not read.
Yeah, no.
Do that, folks. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. For just $5 of your dollars a month, you can access to exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Mulder is a Maniac, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, our brand new supernatural podcast called Him Booze. Check all those out. For a little more, you can watch movies with us every Friday night. We have fun. We watch movies as a family. It's great.
Yes.
Come join us.
Movies like Scared Shitless and Tremors.
Yes. Yes.
And probably Deathstalker. We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com where you can find a link to our Teespring store, where we have all kinds of cool original artwork and designs by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Bramley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So check that out. Please rate, review our podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, even if it's a bad review.
Yeah.
Check out our new show, Badical, Badical, wherever you're listening to this. And that's it.
That's it. We did
That's
good.
it. Appreciate
Congratulations.
art while it's still here.
Yeah. Go to a museum.
While it's still made by humans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that window may already have closed, even as you say that. I think that's...
We're being replaced by AI as we speak.
By the second.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, listen, our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can find him on twitter.com as The Corlew, or go to shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our channel artwork is produced by Michael Vincent Bramley. For more of his work, go to mvbramley.art. Our episode artwork is by Justin Brown, available on Twitter as Justin T. Brown or at artistbyjustinbrown.com. And finally, additional artwork is by Starlene Hodge. You can find her work at starlenearts.com or on Twitter as StarleneX. Cool. Goodbye.